Hello, everyone. My clicker is, I don't know what's happening with it. I've had it for so long, I probably just need to get a new one. So I had to do old school and just press the screen. I hope you all are doing well. August is almost over. Summer's almost over. It's really crazy. As always, obligatory self promotion. What if I ruled the world? Poems inspired by music. Written by me, your boy. Always linked in the description. Always linked to the link tree. And I'm gonna give a new book update. I need to outline not my last chapter. I'm trying to do 5 chapter outlines at a time, and then write the 5 chapters. So I've outlined 4 of the chapters. So I just need to push myself to finish outlining the 5th chapter and then start writing. But it's probably gonna be a while. I'll probably try to release it next year. So that's a little tiny book update. And also, before we get started, I have 197 subscribers. That's really cool. I'm 3 away from 200. So if you're watching this and if you want to subscribe, that would be nice. And 200 is not a lot, but I forgot where I saw this. I think somebody was talking about customers, like for like a small business. They were like, it doesn't seem like you have a lot um, when you talk about it, but if they all walked into the room at one point, you'd be overwhelmed. So yeah, if 197 people walked into this room, I would pass out. So thank you so much for watching and enjoying my videos. And I need to keep improving, and I want to keep improving, and I want to learn more about editing. And that's one of my goals, and I really need to do it. But anyway, I just want to give a little introduction about that. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment. Yeah, share. So we're here to talk about K-pop demon hunters. And I know this is Barbie, but yeah, I'm wearing a little lady on my shirt. Yeah, now we're talking about ladies. I feel like it made sense in my head. So anyway, it's an animated musical urban fantasy movie. And the synopsis is it follows a K-pop girl group Hunter who lead double lives as demon hunters. They face off against a rival boy band, the Sacha Boys, whose members are secretly demons. It was released June 20th, 2025. It was directed by Maggie Kang and Chris Applehans. So sorry to that man. I hope I said, well, it could be a woman. I hope I said their name right. But anyway, we're gonna get to the cast. The cast is kind of long. So Arden Cho as Rumi. She's the lead vocalist and leader of Huntrix, who wields I think this word is like combined. She has a special sword. That's what we're gonna say because I can't say that word. Sagan, it's on Wikipedia. In combat, Rumi is the daughter of a demon father and her late mother, Ryu Mi Young, who was a demon hunter and K-pop idol. I guess that's kind of a spoiler. So, whoops, spoiler alert. Um, and then they have um the people for her singing voice and as young Rumi. So I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna just do the main voices, but appreciate all the singing parts because they did a great job. Um, An Hayo Siop as Genu, leader of the Saja Boys, and a demon with a past that haunts him. He is accompanied by a blue pet tiger and six-eyed magpie, which is a bird. I know that's what it was called. I thought it was a crow. I'm gonna be honest with you when I watched the movie. Okay, and then they talk about the singing voice. May uh, Hong as Mira. She's the visual and main dancer of Huntrix. All these words, like the weapons, I cannot say these words. What does she have? Oh, it's like a two-ended sword thing. I guess I would have to. Which reminds me, last time I made a video, I forgot to edit in um some stuff because your boy just uploaded, and then I realized after I already uploaded. But anyway, I'm gonna insert a picture of them with their objects in here. Note to editing self, to actually edit it in. So yeah, I'm gonna put them up here because I can't say the names of what they have. She comes from a wealthy background and was considered the black sheep of her family due to her rebellious nature. And then the final member of Huntrix is Ji Young Yo. Hope I said her name right. As Zoe, the main rapper, lyricist, and magnate of Huntrix. Um, so she has some throwing knives. So I'll put a picture up so y'all know at some point in here. Zoe is Korean American and was raised in Burbank. They have a singing voice. Oh, Yeon Jin Kim as Celine, a former demon hunter and K-pop idol who fostered Rumi after her mom passed away. Okay, and they have the Socha boys. Joel Kim Booster as Romance Sacha, which I'm trying to remember who is who. I only remember. Um, I'll tell you who I remember. He's Romance Sacha, but I don't remember what he looked like. Alan Lee as Mystery Sacha. I remember what he looks like because he had the purple hair. I'm just gonna put a picture of them once again to my editing self. Uh, who else? Oh, Sung Won Cho as Ab Sacha, and that's pretty. Oh, Kim Ji Young as Bobby, the agent and manager of Huntrix. Oh, and then Lee Byung Hun as G. Oh my goodness, Guima. That's what we're gonna say. Guima, the king of the demons, who takes the form of a giant mouth of fire. So yeah, so that's all of the characters. It's a long list. That's all of the characters and actors who play them, for the most part. All of the main peoples. Where can you stream it? You can stream it on Netflix. I meant to look this up, but I think it's either next weekend or this weekend. You can watch it in theaters if you want to pay. Because obviously you don't have to pay. Because I mean, it's on Netflix if you have it. Let me double check that. Okay, here it is. Yes, it is this weekend. Is it only this weekend? Yeah, it looks like it's this weekend. Oh, I can't see that far out. I think the main one is this weekend. So when you see this, it'll be Friday. So you still have, so I'm letting you know a little in advance. And I think they have sing along versions and like regular versions. That's what it looked like. So yeah, if you do want to spend $55 in total with your seat, your ticket, and the snacks. But some people, that is a good experience. That's something enjoyable. They can go with other fans and sing. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just movies are so expensive. So maybe you do like the matinee in the morning. So now I'm going to get into my pros and my cons and my overall opinion. So my first pro is the story. I love the story about accepting who you are and not hiding who you are. Who you are. It's also very funny at parts and very cohesive. I feel like the story really makes sense from beginning to end. There are some like, oh well, no, I feel like they'll go into more animation. Well, I'll hold on to that thought. But yeah, the story is really cohesive. It really, it has heart, and it's really funny at some parts, and especially like it's kind of a spoiler. But in the beginning of the movie, of course they constantly run into demons, but it's just so funny. The demons they don't know how to act like humans, so it's really funny like the things that they will do like and that will give them away. So I think that's really funny. And there are other funny things like with fans and with the girls themselves. So yeah, and the characters. I love the girls, their personalities, and oh, there's supposed to be two separate sentences. I loved the girls. There's one sentence. Okay, here we go. Their personalities and backgrounds really distinguish them from one another. I love their chemistry together and how they were more powerful together. Um, so I'm trying not to spoil too much because I think you should watch it. But there's a part kind of at the climax where they're separated because of some things. revealed, which I kind of already accidentally spoiled in my character description, but still watch it anyway. Um, and then you could see that, separated, they have all these doubts, they have all these, they're questioning things, but when they come together, they really are powerful. So yeah. And then the music, which I was in my short video when I initially talked about watching the movie, I was skeptical about Golden being number one. But I will say all the music, all the songs were bops. Um, all of them because, oh, I guess I should have made two sentences. But anyway, but yeah, all of them were bops. And I think I put two ideas together. That's why. But I would say my soul would have got taken by that soda pop song. That soda pop song is so catchy. My little soda pop, my little soda pop. I hope I don't get a copyright. I am the one singing it, but yeah, I loved that song. They would have got me. LOL. I would have been out of here. Which I'm assuming they go when their soul. They didn't really explain this, but I just kind of assumed their soul goes to like the demon world. So I guess they're dead technically. But I think in the movie it said that they were missing. They didn't really explain that, but anyway. But yeah, they would have got me. Unfortunately. And my favorite song the girls sang was the last one called "What It Sounds Like." So like, it's kind of like their song bringing them back together, and it was really powerful. I loved it. That was my favorite song. Not saying that Golden isn't a bop, because it is, and it was important to the storyline as well. And then the animation style. I love the animation style and how it made everyone look unique. And I think the girls looks to match their personalities. So I'm gonna put them on the screen once again, the editing self. Like Rumi, like you could tell, like she had like, I don't know, she had like a leader quality. She had the long hair, really, present. I don't know how to describe it, but basically she looked like a leader. And then Mira, she did look rebellious. And she had the red hair, so it's kind of like she's fiery. So that's like, so that makes sense for her. And then Zoe, she looked creative, and she did things that made sense for her character. Everybody did made sense for their character, like with their animation. So I feel like that was good, and like the look of them. And I know even though they were the bad guys, I loved the Soldier Boys, like how they looked. Especially the purple haired one, which I found out his name is Mystery. He would have gotten me. LOL. So I'm gonna put a picture of them there here too. But yeah, everybody had a good design and good animation. And I love the animation. It was really nice. Really cool looking. So I only have one con, and I wish there was more backstory on all the characters. Oh, I kind of spoiled this in my what I said here anyway. But anyway, I wish there was more backstory on all the characters, especially Rumi, because she's half demon, and I want to know how that happened. Like, how does that happen? Do you just is he on Earth? Like, does he talk to people? Um, so I don't want to spoil too much. Like I said, like I keep saying, but Janu, I hope I'm saying his name right. And oh gosh, my brain just timed out. And Rumi, they do talk to each other. So I kind of wonder. Well, her mom was also a demon hunter, so I wonder if because I don't know why I thought she was like a regular civilian, but I forgot her mom was also a demon hunter, so that's why she interacted with demons. So I can see you because at first I was like, how are you a regular human? You talking to demons? But she wasn't a regular human. She was also a demon hunter. So I kind of wonder like how that happened because you had a baby, you got pregnant. I'm assuming I don't know how it works in this world. If it's like a magical conception or something, but I would like that would be nice to have that explained. Um, but also I want to have backstory on Zoe and Mira and how all these demon hunting groups were formed like over the centuries because they do in the introduction of the movie, like the beginning of the movie, show like the different girl groups and the different demon hunters throughout time. So that was my only con. So here's my overall opinion. I really love this movie. I think the story and the characters worked well together. The music fit the movie so well, and it was and really was incorporated into the story. I love the animation style and the look of the characters because it really fit their personalities. And I do want more backstory on Rumi mainly, but also on Zoe and Mira and how they were formed. Because another thing is, I think only Rumi had a mom who was a demon hunter before. So I kind of wonder, like, how did we get Zoe and Mira in the group? Uh, I'll give this film a 10 out of 10, even with wanting more backstory. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. It was very funny and heartwarming. And they have a line in here where it's like, you know how like in romance movies where they're like, "You made me a better person" or something. They say, "Oh, I thought you wanted this," and they're like, "You gave it to me." They had that moment, and it was just so funny. Even it was so cute that it like I don't know, it just made me kind of laugh. But yeah, it was very funny and heartwarming. So I have a prequel idea for K-pop Demon Hunter. So I'm usually sequeled and prequeled out. But since this is an original movie, I have some ideas. So I already mentioned the backstory of all the girls and how the demon hunters formed. But also, it would be cool idea to show why the demon hunters had to form in the first place. Like, were demons here first, so they needed to be a solution to get rid of them, or was it the other way around? Like the groups, or like they had to form groups because the demons started coming. So I feel like that would be cool to find out. I think if developed well and not rushed, Netflix could make a well thought out prequel and sequel of this franchise. Um, I just hope since it's been so successful, they're actually putting it and they're putting it in theaters that I already said they if they don't rush, but basically if they take their time and really develop it and not just try to make it real quick for it to be garbage. Because I feel like that happens a lot when something's popular or good. I feel like sometimes, like especially streaming companies, they'll like rush to get it out, and then it's not as good as like the first one. For example, this is not on a streaming service, but this is with Megan, and I'm trying to remember Blumhouse. There we go. With Megan 2.0, like I didn't mind the first Megan. I reviewed the first Megan. But after the first Megan, I was like, oh, I'll catch it on streaming. So I did not go in the theater to see it. But apparently, it was a big departure from the previous Megan. And like with the marketing, I could see that, yeah, it was going to be like very different. And I feel like, you know, instead of going with what people, I feel like they went with like the meme kind of approach versus what people who actually liked the movie for the movie actually wanted to see. You know what I mean? So I feel like um hopefully Netflix doesn't do that. They take their time, but not too much time because they are notorious for taking like 5 years per like a season of a show. So not that long, but give it a year or two. Animation might need a little bit more, maybe 3. I don't know how long animation takes. Probably longer than a regular movie, maybe, because you got to go and edit it. You got to go and cut it together. You know, and then with the direction and the story to make everything make sense. So I'm assuming it'll take longer, but don't take too long. Like don't wait like 10 years, but also don't give it to us like next month unless you got it in the vault or something. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on K-pop Demon Hunter. Have you watched K-pop Demon Hunter? If you did, what did you think? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know what your thoughts are. Would you also give it a 10 out of 10? Would you give it less? Let me know, and I will see you all next week.